Okay, so in the State of the State address, you heard the governor say something a lot of us were surprised we didn't think he'd talk about, which was universal pre-K, and obviously that, Evan, came up because that was a signature issue, or one of them, along with stop and frisk, that was in the mayoral campaign. Big reason why Bill de Blasio was elected. When de Blasio heard it, it's not like he said, I'm really glad me and the governor can work it out. He had a very strong rebuke to it, and he's showing he's not going to go along to get along with this governor.
That's
Is that
right.
fair?
That is. Look, I think de Blasio can politically challenge Cuomo on this because Cuomo knows that he ran on this as a signature issue for him. He doesn't get negative points for standing up for what was a branding issue, right? He has to do this, and I'm sure that they've talked personally about how he has to go at him on this particular issue. Plus, as an operative, which is what Bill de Blasio is, first and foremost, a political operative, he knows that he's extremely good.
Really?
Yeah, he knows.
Then explain this to me. I don't want to digress.
Yeah.
What good operative would have had that inauguration? Like that clown car that came out. I mean, that wasn't ready for prime time, and that's why maybe I'm putting too much stock into day one. But
you mean the speeches?
Yeah, and who's picking? You know, Harry Belafonte. You know what he's going to say. I mean, I don't know. The optics and the sound of it just really came off rough on day one.
I think what's unfortunate about that is that, look, Bill de Blasio is trying to put a government together. He's not putting his inauguration together. I'm sure that he reviewed their suggestions for whatever it was. He was probably as surprised as anybody else, some of the things that came out of the mouths of people up there. One of the people was Tish James, who's the public advocate. You absolutely cannot control what the public advocate says. Nope. She's a citywide elected official. She's going to say what she's going to say, and she speaks at the inauguration. It's just the way it is.
The plantation and everything else that came out.
It's unfortunate that really hurt him right out of the gate there, with a lot of moderate voters that took offense to that.
Real quickly, because we're up against it.
It's not what he's about.
I'm curious. He obviously is getting a lot of national press, and I know from a lot of groups with the whole progressive movement, seen as the poster child in New York City, maybe an incubator. If this governor's trying to navigate a different message, certainly, can the two coexist well, or is this destined to be these two guys butting heads for the next couple of years?
Well, look, I think policies that are liberal and economically smart, and believe it or not, there are a bunch of those, are things that they can agree on. And they actually do agree on things like pre-K. They disagree on how to pay for them. They agree on youth justice. They agree on stop and frisk. They agree on a lot of these things. But how they get there is different. And Cuomo has keys that Bill de Blasio eventually needs, such as controls over income taxes and other taxes, not property taxes. And they're going to have to work together one way or another, because he needs Cuomo's help, de Blasio does, and Cuomo needs de Blasio's help right now to help boost his liberal cred, because he is going to be running for governor, and he'd love to run up the score on whoever is going to be against him on the Republican ticket.
It'll be fascinating to watch. We'll be right back. Stay with us.